Welcome to the Hustle Report by Jason Malone, presented by Clicks Media.
Alright guys, today I want to talk about using your income to buy more assets. When you have leftover profits from income that you have made, one of the most important things that you can do with that income is to set it aside to purchase an additional asset such that you can use that asset to earn more income. A lot of times when we receive extra money, what we like to do is like to go out and buy something that we like, whether it's a piece of jewelry or a pair of shoes that you've been looking for. But one of the most important things that you can do with that leftover money is to reinvest it into an asset that will generate more income for you. And if you get into a habit of doing this, taking additional leftover income and using that income to essentially buy more income when you purchase an income producing asset, what you are starting to do is to create leverage from your money such that your money is now creating more money. One of the more popular ways that we hear people doing this is by purchasing income producing real estate. So you'll find people that'll buy a multifamily home or even a single family home, and then they will rent that home out to a tenant to create income. So basically what they did is they took their leftover profits, used that to purchase another asset, whether it's a multifamily property or a single family home, and then they rented that property out to create more income. They use their money to buy more income. Now, some of us, I understand, are not in a position where you can just buy a home with the leftover income, but you do have enough left over to let you do something. And you're probably wondering, what could I do with my money, whether it's an extra $100, $500, or $1,000? One of the easiest things to do is to launch your own e-commerce store. You can do that on Amazon, you can do it on Poshmark, eBay, or Mercari, and you use your leftover income to buy the inventory for the products that you will sell on your store. You take that inventory, you mark it up percentage points to give you good margin, and now you have additional profit on top of the money that you spent in investing in the business. So let's say you take $100, you buy $100 worth of inventory, you sell that product for $200. Now you've made $100 profit on your money. This is another very simple way that you can take your leftover profit and money to buy more income. Another very easy way that you can do this is by buying and investing in dividend yielding stocks. And what are dividends, you might ask? Well, if you look at the stock market, there are some companies that pay out a percentage of their profits every single quarter to their investors. And depending on the number of shares that you own in that stock, that will dictate what your income will be from that stock. Every single quarter, these dividend-paying stocks will automatically deposit a percentage of the profits based on the percentage of stock that you own or the number of shares that you own into your bank account. This happens every single quarter. So you can take that money, buy your stocks, and receive quarterly payments based on the percentage yield that stock is paying in a dividend. This is just another example, another simple way that you can use your additional money to purchase an asset that will basically pay you more money. There are a number of different ways and business opportunities that you can essentially apply that same principle. But the idea is you want to say, how can I take my money to purchase something that will yield more income, something that will continue to give back based on what you put into it. One of the worst things that you can do with money is to just let it sit there without trying to create more from it. If you just let it sit there, it will just evaporate and you're not going to know where it went. But if you're putting it to use, if you're putting it in a position where it can create more opportunity for you, that is when you will start to see your money grow. So in other words, take a percentage of your cash, the money that you have just sitting aside, take a percentage, save it, put it somewhere where you're not going to touch, and then you take the rest of that, you go and you try to buy something that will create more income. Buy yourself some stocks, some income yielding, dividend paying stocks. If you can get into real estate, buy some real estate. If you can start a small business that is not capital intensive, try to start a small business. Try to put that money to use. Try to get that money to work for you, because you want your assets. You want to build your assets. And the only way that you're going to do that is by putting your money to use, not just letting it sit there. I had a mentor tell me one time, if you do not tell your money where to go, you're going to look up and not know where it went. And one of the ways in which you can tell your money to go is by allocating that money towards an asset that will create more income. So the next time you have some extra wads of cash lying around, think about it before you go and splurge on a dinner or a night out on a town, or before you buy those new expensive shoes or that new bag. Try to see if there's something that you can buy that will yield more income. Use your money to buy assets so that your money could create more for you. All right, guys, hopefully that was helpful. This episode was brought to you by Clicks Media. At Clicks Media, we're focused on giving you the tools and information that you need so that you can launch and scale your business. As always, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next episode.